E aí, rapaziada, beleza? Aqui quem fala é o Diego. E, rapaziada, é o seguinte, vou estar trazendo aí o segundo episódio, né, de gameplay sobre Starfield, né? O que eu vou estar trazendo aí nesse episódio? Cara, simplesmente uma trama sobre os Terrormorfos, né? Os ETs aí, alienígenas, que foram basicamente aí, né, utilizados e construídos pela própria humanidade nas guerras, né, entre a Freestar, né, uma das facções aí do jogo, e a United Colonies, né? Colônias Unidas. Em determinado momento aí da história, né, do jogo, eles entraram em guerra. Hoje eles estão em um tipo de armistício, né? Ou seja, um tratado de paz, digamos assim, né? Na verdade, não é um tratado de paz, né? Mas é um cessar-fogo, digamos assim, né? Tipo, eles não estão mais numa guerra armamentista, né? Mas ainda existem alguns jogos políticos aí dentro da história do jogo, se eu não me engano. Não posso estar enganado, mas pelo que eu entendi, é isso. E vocês não viram aí, né? Porque eu já joguei, mas existe uma missão, né? Onde você tem que resgatar uma pessoa, que é a Adrian. Vou estar mostrando ela aí pra vocês. É uma majora aí, provavelmente da União das Colônias, em que ela foi, né, designada aí pela União das Colônias para verificar um possível ataque aí de Terrormorfos, né? Esses alienígenas que foram de alguma forma modificados aí para serem armas de guerra. Pois é, nesse futuro distante aí de Starfield já rolou muita coisa, né? Por exemplo, a Terra ela nem existe mais, a Terra foi de Vasco, nem tem mais população, né, habitantes, muito menos existe uma Terra habitável. Toda a humanidade ela vive em outras colônias, né, em outros planetas, são vários planetas em que a humanidade já se estabeleceu, e com isso veio guerras, né? Uma dessas guerras aí entre a Freestar, que é tipo uma dissidente aí da União das Colônias, uma galera que quer viver mais livre, né, sem passar pelo crivo de uma entidade política, né, como a União das Colônias, e a União das Colônias aí entraram em guerra, né, com eles. De alguma forma eles estão aí nesse armistício, e com isso, né, a gente faz essa missão aí da Adrian, a gente resgata ela e ataca lá um Terrormorfo, né, o Terrormorfo te ataca e você é obrigado a atacá-lo e também coletar uma amostra dele, se eu não me engano. E esse episódio aí, nessa missão é muito legal também, porque ela é meio que baseada no Alien, aquele filme de terror no espaço maravilhoso, sensacional, que todo mundo gosta, que é uma referência, né? Quando o assunto são alienígenas overpower. Então, assim, depois, né, que você faz essa missão e tudo mais, aí você se depara aí com esse impasse político aí entre as três facções do jogo, né? A Freestar, a United Colonies e a Casa Varun, né? Ou Varun House. E eles estão ali, né, tentando, né, esconder essas informações sobre os Terrormorfos, ou talvez mais a União das Colônias esteja tentando esconder essas informações, porque de alguma maneira eles usaram, né, e deixaram para trás um legado aí de uso desses alienígenas. Tanto que a missão, ela se trata de uma nova colônia, né, em tal 7, e lá basicamente não era para existir esses Terrormorfos, né? Então, dando um spoiler aí, né? Quem já jogou conhece, mas quem não jogou ainda não sabe. Essa colônia em tal 7, basicamente ela foi usada como um teste, né? A gente vai ver mais pra frente aí na gameplay que alguém, né, usou todo esse contexto aí de armas biológicas, né? Os Terrormorfos alienígenas como uma maneira aí de política, né? De fazer política e de usar isso contra a União das Colônias, porque a própria União das Colônias usava desses aliens como instrumento de guerra, né? E eles deixaram um legado ruim, digamos assim, com o uso dessas armas, beleza? Dito isso, nesse episódio aí, eu joguei, né, a parte em que a gente tem que pegar 3 permissões, né, para que a gente consiga extrair dados sobre a guerra, né, sobre os xenomorfos, ou terrormorfos, né, e que a União das Colônias, ela tá, né, não querendo divulgar essas informações, né? Tanto que você precisa de permissão das 3 facções para acessar esses arquivos, e aí sim, a partir daí, fazer um estudo e tomar uma decisão, né? Se eu não me engano, é isso que acontece nessa gameplay, tá? Então a gente vai pegar essas 3 permissões, né? Falar com a embaixadora ou embaixatriz, não lembro, da Freestar na União das Colônias, e o embaixador aí da Casa Varun na União das Colônias também. A gente vai falar com eles, vai acessar um arquivo secreto, e com esse arquivo secreto a gente vai ter ali a ajuda, entre aspas, de uma pessoa, né, que fez parte aí dessa trama política toda aí, dessa guerra, né. Ele antes era visto como um herói de guerra, depois ele foi preso porque ele sabe muito, digamos assim. Então a União das Colônias decidiu prender esse cara, né, porque ele escondeu algumas informações também, né, para usar em benefício próprio. Então a gente vai ver isso daí nessa gameplay e na próxima também, beleza? Então fiquem aí com a gameplay, tamo junto e é nóis. Falou!
Exactly. It's like when someone insults you. Sorry, but I can sign off on
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office.
I cannot help but notice that the Colony War Memorial is in direct line of sight of this embassy. I suspect that was very much intentional.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby.
I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
Terrormorfos, as in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
This building is Freestar sovereign territory. So in here, we're the law.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants Terrormorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right. I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go. You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One. I'm listening. I suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility. I suppose I have seen some promising act. It's possible I might be letting my history cloud my judgment. Possibly. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related. You go in once. You get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have... Excellent. Follow me. And there. Here, code generators just this way.
Official business? Talk to the ambassador.
So strange that now, for all reasons, is my first time inside this place. rather see right now.
Did they have anything of value?
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you and your friend here.
You need not maintain a facade, Kasric. He knows who I am. Who I actually am.
Quite the breach in protocol, Andreja. Something I look forward to discussing further. Once we've established why it is you to have come waltzing through my door uninvited. Now, the broadcast earlier spoke of terrormorphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terrormorphs, presumably, Do I see this all clearly? The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
You have my word as well, and you know that you can trust me.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
On the record? What response?
Captain, can I help you? Keeping the skies safe out there? Take care now.
Yes?
Captain, you're... Oh, wait. Did you... So the old man was still lurking around in there. And now, I've already arranged everything with the Ark. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the... Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. Absolute best behavior done.
Hey.
Cool space suit. Private sector. Now that's where the real money is.
Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin. All codes verified. Unlocking. You may proceed, Captain.
Evening, sir.
Diplomacy will never die. Questions?
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship a snake. But let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent.
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain, if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Time for us to start getting some real answers, and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Yes. It will be. Percival and I have done our damage. This is us starting to put some things right. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me. All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colony? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terrormorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? I'm sorry. I can't share any more without your word. Do I have it? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
Are we at all surprised that the UC has such a massive space dedicated to secrets?
Logging authorized entry. Unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Very well, I will wait. You go on.
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am? Ah, there's a reason for that. Introductions first, though. I'm Francois Senon, but most know me as Vae Victis. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here. A sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies. Very astute. That's my daughter. My progeny. You've been working alongside. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know. You can certainly try, but easier for all if you If that's what you require to sleep at night, so be it. According to my information, there is a star station in the vicinity.
Identity verified. You may proceed to the exit.
Captain, did your... Surprised me too when I learned it, but the prisoner has proven useful. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. The Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information, and she certainly doesn't need a distraction from her current, which is why I need you to keep... Good. Because spring... And that's not a good look for it. Dr. Reginald Orlays? He's finally... Of course, killing Orlays is completely out of the question. That'd be a huge win for the UC. Really? We'd already initiated. Captain, if that's the deal... Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss? The Den? Oh, it's a star station. The first one was blown to smithereens. The place has always acted, but because of it, I can think of worse places. Trusting the man downstairs. This is far. So while I'd...
How can I be of service, Captain?
Within your orders, Captain.
triangulating. And orbit stabilizing. Perfect.
Is but a shadow of its former purpose. I do not like it here.
I know your type. The freewheeling spaces.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard. Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform. So, what can I do for you? Orlace. Doesn't ring a bell. A man? Living around Etheria. Only one ship like that I know of. Never docks. Doesn't respond to hail. Maybe this Orlace of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location if you want. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. Things you should know? The den's not really that. Keep an eye out for pirates, make sure smuggling's kept to a minimum, occasional rescue job. Otherwise, it's mostly... I honestly thought it was just a story board haulers told each other to keep themselves. Pretty surprised to find out he hasn't. Huh. Makes you wonder, though. Going theory on why... Well, the original Den Star Station was destroyed decades ago during the Serpent's Crusade by marauding... Big part of the remains from those battles ended up gathering around Etheria, forming a nasty debris field. Every now and then, some head... Sure thing. Here. This should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
To what do I owe? I'm sorry to see you go.
Lay it on me.
Hello, love. What do you think I will say? It is all right. You are my love, my light, and you know it. Then I shall be sure and tell you more often, darling.
Ship's detached. We're clear. Docking at 90%. 95%. And done. Ship's released. Let's go.
Is the city meant to inspire or intimidate? Perhaps it depends on your reason for being here.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Welcome back, Captain. Happily. But first then. Excellent. Please.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's head. That one you'll need to collect His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security. You're saving the galaxy, Captain. What tool wouldn't you